Well, right now, I really just want to sit down and talk to you because you don't have a lot of people that hangs around, and it's not like you don't want to hang around people. It's just that like a second ago you were thinking, oh well, you don't show people the beautiful side of you, so then you just automatically think that what they're seeing is the ugly, but like people recognizes your beauty and they say that to you, and then for some reason, because that hasn't been said, well, not for some reason, you just said why, like your mind, like you gotta stop thinking, it's sexual, or it's they want you for what you can do for them. They could just like you for your beauty and the things that you do. It's just that what you're doing, you're causing yourself to like put pressure on people by like always assuming they like we're putting pressure on people by always committing to go and see them, always committing to making time for another person because of that whatever they bring into your life, that attention, or that like distraction away from reality, or your things that you need to be focused on, like going to school and figuring out your mind and what really happened, and really talk up to yourself and figure out what's real and what's not. At that point comes down to like you're just hiding you're turning away from what is important, and you're putting that onto other people. And I don't know, it doesn't seem fair for you to consistently be like walking around caring about how you look, caring about how you feel, how other people might think you feel, how other people might think you look, and then stop doing that, and then saying, okay, well, I don't care completely, and I don't want this, and I don't do this, and then that causes you to be destructive. But it, like, one of the things I think you should do is like just today you had a really good day because you felt beautiful. You felt as if the tension was on you. You felt as if you were in a like wake up and feel that way every time. Wake up, even though you were tired, you still went through, even now you're still going through the motion of like communicating and really like taking a self-awareness and like backing away from the pressure, because yeah, it's intense at work, and yeah, people come in, but you can't go in with the same attitude every single day. And you might not think you do that, but that's what happens after a while. You kind of act, you there's a constant like go 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 for you, and that's only because like you want to get out of there. You don't want to be around their space because you feel less than, or you feel as if it's not important enough for them to be telling you what to do, because you already know what, like, why are you going there then? Like at that point you got to have that conversation with yourself and say, well, what am I doing? Why am I coming? Why am I going to work? And even with Eddie right now, like what happened? Like where did that get to the point where like you got so distracted by what was coming in and what he was doing, and he wasn't doing much. He was just spending time with you, and I don't understand why you can't just sit down and spend time with yourself, because those things like causes you to latch onto that person, and it tells like you're just not ready to really be in a space like filled with other people's and their emotion and their mixture, because you haven't really dealt with yourself, and you don't know what kind of influence you have on other people. And while that's okay, it's just that like you need to be, don't private yourself with anyone. Don't cause, just stop the I need to care, or I need to find me someone. I don't need to find me someone. I have me. And that's one of the biggest things that's gonna really change this mindset of yours, because because you got you're not gonna be looking for someone outside of you. And I want you to really think on this, and I want you to say, okay, well, what are you going to do to find you and find you that companion that's inside of you? Because one of the biggest thing is you can't depend on other people to make you happy. You can't depend on another person's and their behavior and their action, because they're not always going to be thinking about you, and they're not always going to be thinking you're the most priority, and you have to do that for yourself. And if you put other people above you, and then when they don't do the same thing for you, that's not on them. That's not on them at all. That's on you, because at some point you gotta start realizing, like, you don't have to separate yourself to go be completely indulged with another person. That doesn't have to happen. You can still be with that person and then go be with yourself. And I just want to thank you for, like, having this thought and wanting to really take this step to do that. You're really, like, on a good path, and you need to start, like, taking accountability for your positives. Like, your positives are good too. Like, those are good things that you need to do. Like, yeah, you have negative things going on, so does everyone else. But you need to take your positives and be like, oh shit, I'm doing this. And yeah, you do that, but you do that in a way to, like, put your one up another person. That's not what we need to be doing. We don't need to be trying to one up nobody. And it's not I'm better than this person. That mindset it's toxic. And if that's how you're gonna live your life, that's gonna cause you to consistently be at the place you're at right now. And this is what is forcing you, us, to have this conversation with ourselves, because we're trying new things and we're learning that, like, we don't like to hang out with everyone. Certain people, it makes you, like, in certain things and certain situations you don't like to be in, and you don't want to have to worry about another person's thoughts, behaviors, and feelings and emotions. Yet when it comes down to it, you keep putting yourself in situations where you even yourself feel that it's unsafe. And if at that point you're unsafe, that's not, what is that? So moving forward, taking a step to recognize and hear the negative things that you have that can influence people, and also the positive things that you're doing that people are cherishing and looking up to, and is consistently causing you to draw and attract people that you can help push forward and continue to help show and demonstrate that the leadership quality that you're gifted and so blessed with. So at this point, just, like, really try to tune in. You've been doing such a keen job on just listening to yourself, but just a little bit more. Just relax and find your inner calm you. Like, you're there, and I love you. You're beautiful, and you're bold, and I am beautiful, and I am bold. I am smart, I am strong, and I'm a Black woman.